The career is good for someone who is detail oriented, they're passionate, and someone with a long-term vision that can execute the plan, over time. And I think one thing you have to keep in mind with a position like this, especially in the refuge manager position, where you have to understand that there are variables that are outside of a lab that you can't account for, even when you're doing research on wild populations. That you may think you've accounted for every variable, but you haven't. And I think one of the biggest variables is the human population that kind of interplays with a lot of the issues that we see with the wildlife populations here. Um, so you have to kind of temper yourself to say, what's my long-term vision? I want to go from A to Z, but understand that from A to B to C to D to E to F, you're going to have these battles at each of those letters that you may win and you may lose. But as long as you're making that, as long as you're okay with the with your vision that even with the loss, you're going to look for those losses for what can I learn to improve the next step to get to my longer term goal. That is the person that you need to be. So you have to be constantly learning. You have to be open to criticism because you're dealing with people that don't think the same way as you, don't have the same ideals or objectives or even desire to conserve the natural world like you. You have to be able to kind of reach them at their middle ground and see what their ideals are and find a way to have a compromise between you two so that they can kind of understand where you're coming from and also you can understand where they're coming from, not just because they don't share the same ideals. They may have something very pertinent in their life that they need cared for.
Make sure to check out the My Career tab on the BC Navigator app, where you can track your career progress based on the amount of credits you've earned, stay updated on upcoming events from the Magner Center, and watch our videos for insight and advice on your career field.